Hi, my name is Carol, and I live in Kansas with my husband Tim and my golden doodle Emma, which you can kind of see her right here. Oh, she just laid down, so no, you can't see her. It's been a long time. I've kind of put away knitting and crocheting, and I have not done much. I've had, in the past several years, since I've recorded one of these, I have had 3 grandchildren, and 2 of them are twins. So I've been busy being a grandma. I just now pulled out my crochet hook and some knitting needles, and I'm starting again. I did want to come on here and talk about the first thing that I started making. I'm making granny squares in kind of a tan and a light pink color. I need to make a gajillion of these, and I'm going to make a cardigan. I haven't decided yet. I'm not following a pattern. I'm just kind of putting it all together. Once I get these all done, I think what I'm going to do is have the main body be all of these granny squares, and I think I'm going to make just sleeves. Maybe I might knit some sleeves. That might be kind of cool. Or I just haven't decided my sleeves yet, but I am finishing up on here. So once I started this, I have probably 30 squares done, and I had to halt production because here is a public service announcement. My dog Emma got into my yarn. She's never done this all the years that I've knit and crocheted. We went to dinner and left her in the apartment, and when I came back, I had 8 new skeins on my table, ready to go to finish this up. She tore one of them up. I weighed it. It was a 100-gram ball of yarn, and she had eaten 27 grams of it. Kind of kept an eye on her. She ate that night, she ate the next morning, and the next night, ate the next morning, and then she started throwing up. And it wasn't good. And I called the vet, and they explained, this is for anybody that has dogs and yarn. I mean, she has never touched my yarn. So for her to do this was very bizarre. The way the vet described it, if they eat any string, ribbon, anything like this, when it gets into the intestines work like this, and string in the intestines starts bunching up on itself and gets into a ball. And if there's enough of it, or if it's big enough, it can slice through their intestines. It can create a blockage in their intestines, and problems can ensue. So I took her to an emergency vet here in Kansas City, VEG, which I highly recommend. They were so caring and professional, and you can stay 24 hours a day if you want to stay with your pet. You can even watch the surgery through a window. Anyway, so I rushed her up there, and they did some x-rays. And since this is cotton, they can't really see, they could not see if it was gas or what it was in there. It just kind of showed some gray areas. But when Miss Emma had her x-rays done, there were also 4 snaps. 2 snaps in her stomach and 2 snaps in her intestines, and we did not know what it was. So while we were waiting for radiology to come read the x-rays, I took her out to go potty, and I am just praying, please, is there any way we can figure out what is in her? What are these snaps? And she went out and went potty, And would you know, there was a piece of fabric in her potty. So I brought it in, and the lab tech went through it and pulled out a piece about this big, and it was pink and stretchy. And we're like, what the heck is that? Then it dawned on me. She has, the last 6 months, has been eating my undergarments. And she'll throw them up, and she'll pass them, and so there's just been a lot of undergarments that she's eaten. And exactly 1 month to the day, she had eaten 2 of my pink undergarments. And the reason why I know it was 1 month to the day is because we were going to a wedding, and I was going to wear a pink dress, and I didn't know which of the pink onesie undergarments I was going to wear under it. When I went to go get them, the bottoms were eaten out, and one of the straps was gone, and that is what she eliminated outside of the vet clinic. And so I knew those snaps were from those 2 onesies. So we went ahead and had the surgery, and it's a good thing we did. They said that if it would have been much longer, she wouldn't have been here. They opened her up and removed a big wad of yarn from her stomach, and they removed a piece of the fabric from the onesie in her stomach, but they could not get to the part in her intestines. And what happened, her intestines are supposed to be a nice pink color, and hers had a big bulge, and it was white, and that meant that the blood circulation was being cut off. And so they had to open up her intestines and get out the yarn and another snaps and onesies, and it was all connected and together, and it was just a bad situation. So please watch your yarn around your pets, because it could be devastating. And we're really lucky. It's been about almost 14 days since her surgery, and so she's healing very well. We're just kind of taking it easy, staying here in Kansas City until we can get home with her. We didn't need to, our house has a lot of stairs, and she couldn't do stairs, but she's just now getting to where she can jump up on the couch, her favorite place to be, and she's doing a lot better. So watch your pets with your yarn. I have got to go on a major overhaul at my house and pick up, I've got yarn in baskets because I thought it looked pretty and decorative, and thinking, you know, one day I'll knit with that or I'll crochet with that, which I haven't in a long time. So yeah, I've got to put a lot of stuff in tubs and put it away. And then now I'm starting to work on this again. It's going to be my $10,000 cardigan, and that's what we're going to call it. And so I just now got it back out to work on it after 14 days, and I'm keeping it all in a bag right next to me. I'm not cutting off any ends. I'm going to wait until she's not around me before I cut off all my ends, and I'm just being very guarded with my yarn. So there's that. Okay, so here's another yarn that I picked up. I went over to a place right outside of Kansas City and picked this up, and the color is shoot, I can't find the color. Winterfell. It's a Cashmerino by La Bien Amie, and I am going to try and make the ranunculus with this. Ranunculus, I think is how you say it. I've wanted to make one for years. I have had some medical stuff go on, so I've lost about 60 pounds. So now I'm small enough, I can make the size small. So that's why I think I'll be able to use this one skein for that. Before I was going to have to make a larger size. So I'm pretty excited to start that. I might have to, I'm still not the best on reading patterns, so I may have to find a yarn shop to go to and maybe get some help from some ladies that know a lot about knitting. So that'll be a lot of fun. Another thing that I'm doing with my medical issues that I've had, and just the extreme weight loss from all that, I'm losing my hair. And it's really difficult to talk about, but I'm having a lot of hair loss. My hair, the way that it is, it's a natural, curly, natural wave. So you can't really tell that it's thinner because it looks poofy, but I can tell. I mean, my ponytail, if I would wrap a ponytail holder around this, I could go around 5 times and it would still slip right out because my hair is so thin. And I'm not, one of the things that I really love about life is, no, is serendipity. When things happen, excuse me, stop. When things happen that there's so many crazy steps that had to take place for something to happen. So let me back up. My daughter, 2 of my daughters and a son-in-law and me are on Duolingo, and some of us are learning French, some of us are doing Spanish, but I'm doing French. And the other day I was just thinking to myself, I wish I knew some French people here in town to where I could actually talk to them and have them help me speak French better, because my accent is so off. I mean, I'm kind of learning the words and I'm doing okay on that, but I just feel very uncomfortable just saying the word. But anyway, so there is a cute little restaurant here in Kansas City. It's over in Prairie Village, and it's called the French Market, and I just adore that little place. And I went and had dinner there the other night, and while I was there, I thought, you know, I wonder if there's any other French places in Kansas City. So I Googled it, and one of the places came up called the French House. And so I thought, I'm going to go there tomorrow. So I went, and the French House, I thought it was a restaurant with a shop attached to it. I really, it was unclear kind of what it was, but I was excited to go. And so I go in, and it's this little blue house over on Gillum Street, and I went in, and there was a gentleman in there, and he was playing really fun French music, and it looked like it was a little coffee shop, tea shop, and he was just the sweetest man. It really was not much of a shop per se. He did have some dishcloths or dish towels and some copper pans and some tea for sale, and then in the back room there were candles and salts and knives and stuff like that, but it wasn't like a full-blown shop like what I thought it was going to be, and it was not a restaurant like I thought it was going to be. I think he sells, you know, cappuccinos and stuff like that, perhaps, I don't know. But so after I'd made my selections of what I wanted to buy, as I'm going to the front to check out, I'm noticing it's also a hair salon in there. And so just making conversation with the man, I just said, oh, so this is a hair salon too? And he said yes, and he was explaining to me that, you know, they used to be in Waldo, and now they've got this place. For the life of me, I do not know why I did this, but I got tears in my eyes, and I just looked at this man and I said, I'm losing my hair. And I was just so overcome with emotion, and I don't know why I told him this. He looks at me and he says, come here. And he takes me into the salon where there's a woman sitting there waiting for him for an appointment. And he introduces me to her. And I'm kind of confused because I didn't know if she owned the place or why he was introducing me to her. Turns out he helps people that are losing their freaking hair. He has this process that he does. He sat me down and he felt my scalp, and he does like this pinching type massage type technique on your hair. And this woman, he had been working with her for a few weeks, 12 weeks or something like that, and she got on her phone and showed me pictures of the progress that he has made with her scalp, of her growing her hair. She told me that she was, before she went to him, she was to the point she was getting ready to buy a wig. And I have been looking at wigs. I just cannot bring myself to do it. But she pulled up pictures on her phone, and on this picture she showed me, it was solid from here to here, about this tall with new growth hair. It looked like a garden of hair just standing up on top of her head. And that was after she had been doing it for probably 8 weeks or something like that. And now she was on the part where she had to come back 3 months later. And she was thrilled with her progress. So I signed up to do it. That was a couple of weeks ago. I was supposed to go, and then that's when Miss Emma had to go have her emergency surgery, and so we didn't want to leave her alone. So I have rescheduled my appointment, and it's Wednesday morning is when I go and get my very first one. I will report back on what happens, how it goes. But I just think that is so crazy how it all came about. Oh, I forgot to mention this part. When I went to the French market and I was having dinner by myself, and I had just gone to the hair salon that day and had my hair done, and so it was very fresh in my mind that my hair was not what it used to be. Number one, it's just breaking off. It is just not good hair, and it's just coming out in clumps and handfuls. It's just not good hair. But I sent a picture of my beautiful salmon to my daughters, and I said, I wish somebody was here having dinner with me. It's a lovely evening, and you can console me about my hair. And for me to Google French places, thinking I'm going to a restaurant shop, and it's a salon, which was not that prevalent on the internet. I mean, I just did not know what this place was. And so for it to actually be a hair place with a man that specializes in helping you grow your hair, I mean, I just think that is, I don't know. I tried explaining it to my husband. He didn't seem that impressed, but I hope somebody out there gets how cool this is. Like, it's so meant to be. And so anyway, so I'm pretty excited to go try that, and we'll see if it comes to any type of fruition. I just would like my hair to stop falling out. So, but in the whole scheme of things, it's just hair. I've said before, I've always had unruly hair, It's always been kind of hard to take care of, and I've never been a really good with the blow dryer and the brush and everything to make it look that great. And so I have in the past said, you know, wouldn't it be nice that if we looked good with our head shaved? I mean, so I don't know. I mean, things could be a lot worse. It's only hair. I know that. So I'm gonna go with an open mind. Just see what happens. But well, I hope everything that you're knitting or crocheting is not a whip and you're finishing things. I hope to start finishing things. And I did want to mention another thing that I'm going to do. I just bought the pattern. I've never really liked the way crochet clothing looks. I think knit clothing looks a lot better, but Cinnamon Stitches test made a top, a summer top and it's escaping me, I can't remember the name. Olga or Olivia, a designer on Etsy, and Jennifer, the podcaster, YouTuber, Cinnamon Stitches, she's been going through some stuff, and so I just wanted to support her, so I bought the pattern, ordered the yarn, and I'm going to crochet myself that top. There again, since I'm smaller, I can make a smaller size, which is exciting for me. But so that's another thing, hopefully, that I can make, and maybe one of these days I will have a finished object to show you, because in my land I'm so excited and I start things and then they never seem to be finished. So I hope it's beautiful where you are, and thank you for watching.